You gotta make sure that, you know, he's within range. TNX can be very fast and mobile, could make things very tough for them.
Enemy minions will arrive in 5 seconds.
Very excited in how they're going to be doing this because we're already heading into the game number 1 of today. It is Dominator versus Nongshim RedForce. This is the time for Nongshim RedForce to take out all the doubters out there and show us how it's done.
Yeah, and speaking of doubters, I mean, there's a lot of them that were kind of built up because they were expecting way more from Nongshim, and they didn't really show up in the groups. It seems like the roster shakeup has taken them a little bit more time to get to the next level, or the same level that they were at in 2025. So this has been a bit of a disappointing KIS thus far, but man, they could prove everyone wrong in this series here.
Yeah, this could be a great starting point too, right? For Nongshim RedForce, especially this is one of their tough still got it in the end. This is still like their starting point as a new team, and starting at the bottom is always going to be good, right? So if they surprise us today, it's just going to be an upwards graph for this team.
Yeah, but this is why game 1 is so important, because if they lose this, all of the haters and all that are just going to be like, Nongshim just doing Nongshim things. But if they're able to set the tone and really strike fear into Dominator and make them a little uncomfortable, especially since Dominator Esports are on their home turf, you know, anything that you can do to kind of, you know, break them out of their shell and make them uncomfortable, you're going to be having a good time.
Yeah, nowhere to go but up, right? Because if they lose, it was expected. But if they win, it is crazy. Because this is a team that dominated their group. So with this on their minds, I hope Nongshim RedForce will keep this in their hearts because they need to wear it on times of need.
Yeah, and Nongshim also, this is one where they were selected, right? Dominator had first pick, and they thought that Nongshim were the weakest. That has got to hurt you. You got to be insulted. You got to have a chip on your shoulder and really just take the fight to them, because you know that there's going to be some bitterness. At least that's how I would think.
Yeah, me too, though. Because if they think that they can win easily against me, I'm not going to be happy about that. But you know what? This is going to be as expected, right? Because of what happened during their group. So, I mean, that is just them being honest. Dominator just being honest with things. They might be able to take them down easily, but we still are in like the first page of this story, of this series. So we still don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and not only of the series, of this matchup. I mean, no matter what. I mean, it sucks that one of these two teams actually is going to go home. But the other piece to this is that they need to use this experience to build off of that into the rest of 2026. There's a lot of games, a lot of potential. We're going to be seeing more of these two teams later in the year, and they need more of that leveling up more than anything else.
Yeah. Great stun coming in from the bottom lane, though. And Bridal Outburst just secured them the kill right down there at the bottom. I was just looking at the map, and that was just such a great stun from L.
Very quick, and this is the problem with the, you know, if you're Nongshim, is that Dominator Esports are going to be very fast. They can be on top of you in a second. I mean, with this Mai and the Lam, it's very, like, you blink and you might miss it.
Yeah, almost always the problem with Aaron, right? With Laurel Princess, you usually just have problems with survivability. Once you get stunned, you don't really have the same safety as the Magistrate. And right now, Haku is just trying to get some damage right out of Girl. 20 seconds, no range coming in from their side, and that stealth pin is going to be down out of the ultimate from Illusion, and that is 2 people on the board. Nongshim RedForce are not backing down.
Yeah, that was a really good Moonscape Mirage. Locking in TNX, and it's so early where he doesn't really have those items. But the bottom lane, he does go down.
Yeah, he does, and that's not good. Series down for the count in this fight, so might be having problems when it comes to the damage here. Gerald might go for a surprise. Might be the Kachu Sen, but not going to kill anything.
Very obvious for Namu. He knew he was right there, so I mean, if anything, he was trying to body block the Kachusen as much as possible. Made it tough for Gerald to even attempt to go for that steal. But Nongshim had bounced back. That's kind of what we expected, right? But it started with Illusion's play, getting TNX locked down, and then the rest of the team were right on top. This is a lineup that's not as mobile, so when you're able to kind of send them into that Mirage and then move your way over there, it's going to be tough to fight because they like to team.
Yeah. Illusion, gonna be tough, and Bridal Outburst gets the stun, not even able to pop anything out of that. Again, another kill, easy kill because of Bell.
It almost seems very personal, but then bottom lane.
Yeah, that's gonna be a kill though, pretty easy from the side of Nongshim. they don't have any help from anybody.
Red team
And
has
with
slain
that, the middle,
enemy.
wait, everything's happening from across the map.
Yeah, they want everything. I mean, it was just like, okay, how dare you kill
Red
one
team
person, and
has
they take
destroyed
down
a
all the
tower.
kills throughout, and Haku is going to be further behind. And look at this. This is a problem because this opens up access for TNX to enter your jungle.
Yeah, TNX has been just going everywhere. The knockup's gonna be coming in. Rattel with a spiking boost gets the shield. Still not gonna survive. This duo has been raining hell on Nongshim RedForce Tufts. Right down at the bottom lane, Tremor Smash Up is gonna hit Siri. Doesn't have a lot of damage. Tough Z is just tanking it.
This Lamai combination, I mean, it's tough. They're so fast, they do a lot of damage, and it really sets the tone, right? I mean, you get a lot of the early game spike because the rest of Nongshim right now, not in fighting spirit.
Yeah, got the ult CC. Just gonna be using the Umbrella Outburst, misses. He still got the tower anyway, so it's still okay.
Yeah, as a John Gray player, I've done that many a time, so I know exactly how L is feeling right now. He's just like, don't put the camera on me, guys. That was bad.
That's all right. That's all right. I can still get it again for the next time. I will just be hitting on this jungle camp so I get it back. He still has another try now. A ton of tries.
I mean, yeah, ton of tries. I think that we're definitely, this is not the end of L. He will get that redemption story. He'll hit at least one good one at least this game. I
Probably
would
hurt.
think. But man, I've been there. I mean, if they were able to get Haku, that would have been an absolute disaster for Nongshim. But now, this is a bit of a problem, right? It gets to the point where they can slow siege in the top lane.
You know what? He probably heard you, and he's just gonna be redeeming himself from this. They used the ultimate again. They're down right inside, but remember, there is L waiting for the Unbridled Outburst for the timing right here onto the backline. They got the kill already. Still going good for the side of Nongshim RedForce. They got 2 on the board, and I think Tupsy is not gonna survive his 2-3 kills on the board right now, and that's Siri going mad at the back, and that's an ace coming in from Nongshim RedForce.
Double kill.
Nongshim came in a hurry. I mean, it's set up by Illusion. You actually lock down Gerald. Where are you gonna go? You're stuck in the Mirage. You have to fight me. Illusion is more than willing to take that. Gerald was trying to dash around, trying to just stay alive, but it was too much Illusion in the end, and that set things up for the rest of them to then focus on the TNX as we get into this replay. I mean, they tried to dive. That is a big dive. I mean, the mid T2 had been taken down, but with that Tremor Sash, they knock down TNX. They get the control. That's the perfect way to set things up, and then it's pretty much all she wrote, and all these dominoes crumble as Dominator Esports get wiped out.
Yeah, because of that win that they got from there, they had a 1k gold lead, and that just turned things around here. For Nongshim RedForce, they have been losing most of the fights, but now this time, because of that just one win, they have a fighting chance for this next Tyrant fight.
I mean, they got a team ace, but they're only up about 600 gold, which is kind of
Yeah.
crazy if you think about it. Dominator, because they have the outside towers. They've taken the mid T2 away. That's been the name of the game, is that they can be aggressive, but not in the bottom lane.
No. TNX, RuneScape Mirage has been used. Is he gonna survive? I do think he's gonna win. Just looking at the bottom left camera, he actually won the fight, and that's good. Right now, they're gonna go for the chase down because he tried to help out Illusion out of that ultimate. And now they're gonna be going out of the way. They are just trying to spread out. But right now, they were able to back off.
Yeah, Illusion, actually, they're continuing on.
Yeah, Tupsy gonna continue. Had to use a flash away because he used his ultimate by himself, and now they are just going to be taking this Tyrant. No TMX on site, but there's also no Haku in the area.
Tyrant has been defeated.
I think they're going to be happy with that. I mean, yes, Illusion trades his life away for TNX, but in the end, that's probably the trade that you're looking for. I mean, it sucks for Illusion, who's like, why did I Mirage him, right? Why am I sucking with this guy who's going to end up killing me? But in the end, it was definitely worth it because you want to take him down as quickly as possible.
He's one of the hard targets, right? Whenever you use the Moonscape Mirage, you think about the targets that you go for. Tufts and TNX are not the best targets because they can destroy you inside the Moonscape Mirage.
Yeah. And also they have enough mobility so that Illusion shots the skill shots are a little bit tougher, right? So those are not really prime targets, but it was more of a, okay, I'm sacrificing myself. I know that this is probably not, I'm not going to be surviving, but at least TNX will be killed in return, and that's how they paid it off. So I think that in the end, that's ideally where they want to go, understanding that as long as Rattel, Haku, with Siri aren't really dying, they have a really good chance of this one.
Yeah, trying to force it on L. 3 seconds, we have the Tyrant. Everybody's in position on the side of Nongshim RedForce already on that Tyrant. They're going fast. They're already on half HP. L just making sure that they have a pathway inside, and Bridal Outburst is going to be hitting off the back line. Still not going to be able to kill, and that is still not going to anybody for now, but they're still getting kills anyway. Nongshim RedForce are losing their members, and that fight just went to the side of Dominator, just out of that start and that pathway from L.
I mean, the fact that Haku was still alive, he did get the kill on the TNX, so there's a silver lining of all things. But they lost the Tyrant, they lost 3 of their members as well. Not a great trade for Nongshim right there. Dominator Esports really putting the fight to them. They have some serious team fight capabilities, especially with that Umbrella Outburst. Plus, CC was left untouched. He'll happily do all that damage from the back line.
Yeah, and L was just walking in front of everybody, and nobody was touching him. Everybody wants to go to the back line, but one thing that worked towards the victory here of Dominator was they were able to divide the fight in 2 because of that Unbridled Outburst.
Yeah, and because of that, like that one team fight, it looked very good for Dominator, and they grown this lead to about 3.3K. That's exactly how you want to go, but now they're potentially looking to jump in here. No, they're not going to actually go, but man, they've taken over the enemy jungle.
Yeah, they're trying to go for the Overlord here, just trying to position themselves on where they know that Nongshim RedForce could go, because they lost the objective. They want to get an objective for themselves, and maybe they can try, but they are just afraid of the fact that they can go for double. Yeah, there you go. As I'm saying, a double objective, because they have the Tyrant, but here it comes. The Primal Bond is going to be going down.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly timed, right? It's going to be a little bit slower, but in like 2 seconds it's gone, and that's going to expedite their speed in terms of this takedown. So they've taken all of the big neutrals, but it kind of goes back to the Nongshim, playstyle thus far, is that, yeah, they've gotten some kills. They got that team ace, but they didn't really convert it into towers. And that's the hard net worth and that huge shift in favor of Dominator, because they have taken this towers.
Yeah, I thought out of that one ace that things are going to be turning around, but right now it's going still in favor of Dominator. They want to go for the end here. They can't even clear the wave. One more on the mid lane. The tower is going to go down because CC is just going to be taking it out from far away.
Yeah, and this is the problem. They don't really need the creeps to really make that push, because you have CC's outrange. I mean, his 3rd shot will get that, chip damage, and now you have the Vanguard. This is going to be so much tougher for them to hold.
They can't even clear, and Bridal Outburst got 3, and now they're going to go into the back line, though. They're going to target Illusion. They don't have the ult, and that's a kill on the board already. They're starting to make sure that they're going to be slowing it down. There's the knockup coming in from L, but the towers, the crystal is going to fall, and that's Dominator taking game 1.
Yeah, that's a clean game by Dominator in terms of just being able to overcome some of that adversity.